Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching EXPOZ on August 18, 2012, and it's 11:40, almost 44 a.m. Birmingham, Alabama. Take that back, p.m. Wow. I'm going to describe something for you that depicts where Israel stands today, and please hear this, because when it ties together, that's how I got a flat forehead. I keep hit myself, say duh. Anyway, Psalm 91:3, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare, from the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. Now, noisome pestilence means raging epidemic, which sounds a lot like chemical and biological warfare. This is what is staging right now in Israeli borders, or rather just across the Israeli borders. Psalm 91:4, he shall cover me with his feathers, and his wings shall thou thrust. His truth shall be the shield and buckler. Psalm 91:5, thou shalt be afraid, or not be afraid of thy terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. This description sounds like missiles. This is depicting missiles. Psalm 91:6, nor for the pestilence that walketh by darkness, nor for the destruction that wastes at noontime. Okay, again, talking about the pestilence. And when it says that walketh by darkness, maybe these are suicide bombers. Psalm 91:7, this is where I'm headed to, and what's interesting. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at the right hand, but it shall not come to thee. The Bible is telling the Jews it's not going to get you. There's going to be a world of, how you put it, confusion at the time of attack by raging epidemic by the arrows that fly by day. Again, these are the depicting the missiles. The United States sets up a team with Jordan, Turkey, and Israel to guard against attacks from some sort of deadly gas or virus attack from Syrian chemical warfare. That team was just recently set up, by the way, in the last few days. I want to make that clear. It's not something that somebody's dreaming or seeing in a vision. Many countries think that this is on his, think that on his way out, that this is what Assad will do. It'll be a parting shot as he's taken out. And this is what may trigger a lot of stuff that's going to happen in that part of the world. But still, I've got a really interesting bit coming up here. Many countries think that on his way out, that he will take a parting shot using missile chemical attacks on Israel and others. He's not only mad at Israel, he's mad at the countries that's trying to make him leave. But he won't be in their countries. He will be where they are on Israeli borders, which is unfortunate. Now, Turkey, I'm sorry, they do expect missiles with 3 different biological chemicals to be launched by great numbers. And I mentioned these just a few weeks ago. If you look back, I talk about that, and I mentioned the 3 different chemicals that are being used, or that will be used. Secretary of State Clinton has said they do expect Assad to attack that are not only biological, but tipped with nerve gas, anthrax, and deadly chemicals that the Bible calls deadly pestilence, which means it's really bad. Psalm 91:11, for He shall give the angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all his ways. He says, this is one of the many ways I will protect Israel. This is where I'm coming to. But again, Psalm 91 says, 1,000 shall die at the right side and 10,000 at the other side, but none will come to you. Why? Okay. I did a blog a year and a half ago, and I did one 2 weeks ago, and I talked about a lady that had a vision, and her name was Mary Jo Pennington. In her vision, she saw angels swarming around the whole of Israel, and they're telling everybody to open their mouth wide and suck in hard, breathe in hard, because it is the breath of God, and the breath of God will protect them against these horrible things that are occurring. She saw this in 2003, and it was in a book in 2004. It was also on the Sid Roth show, dating 2 years ago, but going back to that time of the dream. So she saw it. She saw in 2003 and 4 that in the future there will be a deadly virus tipped missiles that will be exploding over Israel. Mary Jo Pennington, again, you can look her up and read the account of what she says, mentioned that. But what I'm making reference to here is I said this 2 years ago, and I said this, I'm sorry, a year and a half ago, and I said this 2 weeks ago. I mentioned this very thing. Well, now I am finally hearing it from prophecy in the news. These people that know just how many missiles are lined up, how many supposedly are dipped or tipped in gas or nerve agents and biological weapon. So that's here. So what I mentioned a few weeks ago and then a year and a half ago looks like it may come to fruition very soon. And I just wanted to bring that to your awareness. I'm so far behind. I've got another one I want to tell you. This one will get you excited, and for those that think that, wow, I've missed the boat. No, you haven't. Jody Wolf, EXPOZ.